One of the biggest things that I say to many of our sisters is I believe we're the best kept secret. We have a wonderful province, a wonderful congregation. Our sisters are just amazing, as you've been hearing, Susan. We have a great group of women.
Meeting the sisters, seeing the life that they live, the vitality that they have in their ministries, and just in their day-to-day living, the care they have for each other. All of these things are very, very life-giving to me.
Their commitment, their dedication is just awe-inspiring and just a wonderful gift. And it is, I know our foundress, Nano Nagle, would be proud of all of our sisters.
It's big challenge is that fewer people are entering religious life. So many are finding other ways to serve God. Sometimes it's a big struggle because we have vocation days and put a lot of effort and time into it, and few come to respond to that call. So at first, I'm talking to women who are interested in entering, and they seem to be a really good candidate to enter into our congregation, and there seems to be a good fit, and then suddenly they start dating and plop. Or other issues come up, and we realize that our congregation isn't the right congregation for them.
One of the big problems that we have here is waiting for people to do the work that still needs to be done. The floor in the center and the ceiling and the lights and the electricity, and a lot of our time was making phone calls and being there for people who didn't show up, and things like that. So that's the frustration of the whole thing.
Right.
There have been a lot of positive points to this ministry, but many challenges. Many times kind of feel like you're on a boat alone trying to do this ministry.
Well, as I said before, I have retired from active ministry, and I now look on this time of my life as golden opportunity to live out, possibly in a deeper way, the charism of our foundress, Nano Nagle, and through ministry, through prayer, especially the ministry of presence. And I do it in a spirit of joy and serenity and hope.
I think someone said, happiness is when the world's great need and my own deepest desire meet, and that would be true for me. So,
and then I came across a paper written by Pope, I think it was Pope Paul VI, and he said it was really Christ who was writing his story through these papers and documents. So, and that if we venerate what we're doing, we are really venerating Christ.
Well, sometimes we feel we're not doing anything, and then when we look back, we say, we have done a lot.
And I'm realizing that more and more, that it's not so much what you do, it's the way you do it, maybe.
Right.
I feel very strongly that we must keep that everything that's happening in our congregation is we are being led by the Spirit, and I've got terribly conscious of that. So I live one day at a time, but I feel that everything that happens, if we are faithful, that the Spirit will lead us in the right way.
What's exciting at the moment, I suppose, I appreciate that we work as a team. That would not have been the case in the past. We have a more concentric model of leadership, a circular model than hierarchical, and we're walking our way into, I suppose, living according to the principles of organic leadership and participation, which means each one takes responsibility for the whole together. So we're actually at the cusp of a transition from one way of being religious in the world to another, and I find that exciting.
My other big involvement, Susan, is with our associates and the Friends of Nano. And I'm trying my best. I'm educating them and involving them as best I can in the charism of Nano Nagle. And they're really a wonderful group, and they really, really try. And as As a result, we always put prayer first for them, and then they're volunteering in different ministries that they're involved in, like the Vincent de Paul and the Feeding the Homeless and Andre House. We really help them out there too.
I am also very involved with our associate movement, and our associates meet once a month, and I'm always there at their meetings, and we go over all the things that we hope to accomplish. And I feel that the associates are the people who really will carry on our charism.
I see it as one way of, living out our mission, which is really the mission of Jesus and the mission of Nano. It's our privilege, I think, as Presentation Sisters, we all share in this mission, and the quality of our presence to others, prayerfulness, the gift of life of who we are. It all goes to making up who we are as Presentation Sisters.